Hi everyone, my name is Timur Bislamgurov. I'm managing partner at Vista Immigration Law Firm in Moscow. And today we're going to speak about, I would say, a general topic. Not exactly how to immigrate to Russia, but what you need not to forget or things you should pay attention to before you are coming to Russia. Okay, let's start. So, number one, and again, that will be in general. That's not everything. That's just the main things to consider. So number one, ensure that your passport has enough validity. Normally it's 6 months in order to get any type of visa, but 1.5 years would be better, especially in case you're applying for the highly qualified work permit, highly qualified specialist work permit. In case you apply for that, you won't be able to do it unless your passport validity is 1.5 years. So ensure that you have enough passport validity. Number two, you need to apostille and legalize, depend on the country, like for example for United States, Australia, Europe. In most of the countries you get apostille. In Canada, for example, you will have to legalize your documents such as birth certificates, marriage certificate. Those documents have to be apostilled or legalized. Legalization is done in the Russian consulate in your home country. The process is quite long, but still you have to do those things. Number three, when you apply for in Russia to an immigration status, you will have to provide a police check. And police check, in order to submit to the Russian immigration authorities, is valid for 90 days. And it also has to be apostilled or legalized in the Russian consulate. And the 90 days are counted from the moment it's issued by the authority, not from the moment that you get the apostille. And unfortunately, right now, processing times to get apostille or legalization sometimes are longer than the 90 days. Okay, what do you do? Russian immigration authorities know about that, and subject to an additional letter, they accept those expired police checks. With regards to police check, we do get requests from some of our clients that say, listen, 20 years ago when I was young, was drinking and driving, is it a problem? That is not a problem. Something harder, such as drugs and murder or something much harder, will be a problem. Also, what is very important is to ensure that all of the names of all of your family members and spelling of those names is identical in all of the family documents. What that means. For example, in your birth certificate you have one name, but in the passport, say your given name is not there, or your given name comes not in full but only one letter. That's a problem. For the Russian immigration, that would be different people. For example, you have Christian name, but on the passport it's differently, or the spelling is different. So you need to check all of your family members' documents that they are identically spelled and that they have all the names correctly. Okay, what to do if that's not the case? Well, that's quite problematic, because immigration authorities would say you either need to get a document from the embassy, say, of the United States and Russia, confirming that that's the same person, which is right now very hard to do, because US embassy pretty much doesn't work, not even for American citizens. So better to look into this problem before coming to Russia. Sometimes, to the best of my knowledge, local courts, subject to an application, can change that. What is also important is that in many foreign countries, when people marry and the wife takes last name of the husband, that last name doesn't appear on the marriage certificate. It only appears basically in her new passport. That's also a problem for the Russian immigration authorities, because for them, new passport is not a document that confirms that that happened. They actually need to see the initial document, and for Russia it's the marriage certificate, which says that that's the maiden name and that's the new name, last name that was taken by the wife after she got married. So that's important. Also, you need to pay attention to that as well. Also, very important thing is, once you come to Russia, unless you stay in the hotel, say you rented an apartment, you need to ensure that the landlord that you potentially will find before signing up for that apartment, that the landlord will be happy and eager to give you the registration. Yeah, it's a process. When you come to Russia, you have to do the address registration, and you have to do it within 7 working days, and that all depends on the landlord. If the landlord doesn't give you consent, that's not a good thing. Yeah, so you need to ensure that if you find an apartment, ask the landlord a question: will you register me? And you need to get this consent in writing, yeah, so that you don't come to Russia, you pay them the required amount and they don't register you. Yeah? If you stay in the hotel, hotel will register you for the time that you stay in the hotel. Again, these are very basic stuff. There is, of course, much more to think about and to know, and especially during the process of submitting the documents to the immigration authorities. But I mean, that's pretty much impossible to cover everything, not even in one video. But that's what you need to do before coming to Russia. Thank you. More videos to come.